I want to preface this video. You're getting like a little bit of an intro here because I'm depressed as hell in the video you're about to watch. I do feel like I really do my best to try to show up in a good, positive mood for the most part. Sometimes I'm negative, whatever, but it's always upbeat, okay? At least it's upbeat negativity, you know? On every social media platform that I have, sometimes I'm just not, okay? And in the video you're about to watch, I literally... In this video, you're gonna get me getting laid off / how I've been feeling and whatever. And you're getting that from Avery while she's still in it, if that makes sense. I feel like I'm a little bit removed from that. It's been like a week and a half, 2 weeks. Tomorrow will be 2 weeks. Oh my God, it's been almost 2 weeks since I've been laid off. So much has happened since then, okay? I had a really great opportunity. I met with some people today. I'm really excited about it. And I'm hopefully on the road to making this my full-time job eventually, which that is the dream. I would love it. I would love to never go back to corporate America. I don't like it. I don't think it's cut out for me. But like I said, the video that you're about to watch is me really in the trenches. It's days after I posted, I think maybe 3 days after I posted the laid off video that went, I'm just gonna say it, viral. It has 5 million views on Instagram and like 2 or 3 on TikTok. TikTok, surprisingly, was like super supportive. Everybody's been really, really nice on there. Instagram, hey, not so much, okay? Obviously, I had a ton of people that were so nice, people sending me things, buying out my Amazon like wish list 3 freaking times, like I had brands just want to send me like care packages and like so kind, so nice. Like messages being like, I also have been laid off, or like, I've been there. You totally got this. You seem great and employable. Thank you. But I got a lot of negative comments. A lot of people questioning my character, questioning if that video was real. Hey, it is Tuesday at 1 p.m. I don't have a job. Okay. Like that was real. Okay. That's insane that anybody would think that anybody would fake that. I guess some people would, but that really happened to me. And I'll tell the story. You'll see it in a second. But like, I got a bunch of comments saying from like random 50-year-old men, probably, hey, some of our dads, okay, commenting saying that I'm too ugly for OnlyFans. I know that's a lie. I know that's a lie, and I know that you would fucking buy that shit, okay? Here's the thing about me. Those comments don't really bother me, those ones in particular, just because you don't know who I am, and you're just an angry little man on the internet. Most of them were men, by the way. Who would have guessed, you know? Who would have guessed most of them were men? I got a lot of those comments. I find them funny because I think that they're a joke. I really only value the opinions of people in my real life, like my best friends and like my family. Like that's all I really care. So I don't really give a fuck if some random old ass dude doesn't want to buy my OnlyFans. The things that were really bothering me were the assumptions on where I am politically, who I support, what I think is okay and what I don't think is okay. That was like, oh, okay. And I've done a couple things since to really show where I stand. I posted a story on my Instagram, listed out a bunch of organizations that need help and donations. I'm more than willing to post them on here, like do a post for YouTube about like every single one and where you can go to help, all the things. There's a lot of people that need help right now. Since then, everything that's happened in Minnesota has been insane, and it was a really heavy weekend. Thinking about all my what are Minnesota residents called? I don't know, but I'm thinking about you guys, okay? I'm thinking about all of you. Y'all just look at my reposts and my stories. I think you guys know where I stand. But that kind of got me a little bit. So in this video, you definitely see me really bummed out. You see me really overwhelmed. I felt like a lot of people were watching me, which they were. I kind of was like, girl, you have like, you wanted like a big moment like this. Obviously, it was kind of out of a shitty situation, but like, I definitely wanted to eventually get to where I was at. Where I'm at right now, I didn't even think I would achieve in the next year. It was just very, very overwhelming. I didn't know what to do. I was told by all of these people, like, we just want to see you and what you do and how you're doing. And I was quite literally bed rotting until 1 p.m. on the day that I recorded that video. I was paralyzed, like fight, flight, and freeze or something. I was in freeze. I did not know what to do. And then there would be moments where I was like, yeah, let's record, let's make content, let's do this thing. And then there would be moments where I was like, I'm gonna throw up. Like, and so you're kind of seeing me in the I'm gonna throw up of it all. in this clip that you're gonna see. I do give social media advice. All of that is very genuine, especially to like my book people. All of these questions are from before, like I think I asked about a couple days before I actually posted the layoff video. So it's my day ones that are asking those questions. I wanted to post it to answer those, and maybe it's a little bit vulnerable of me to decide to go ahead with this video, because I did think about scrapping it and reshooting it, just because I try to show up very happy, and even if I'm maybe not happy and I'm pissed off, like high energy for you guys. I think that's more fun to watch, okay? But this is a very real moment of me in time where I'm just not, and I couldn't bring it. I really tried my best to bring on the, you know, like dance, monkey dance, like court gesture, you know what I mean? Like I was trying to give that and it wasn't, okay? So, my amazing editor, Kaylin, hey, shout out, put your Instagram if you want, girl. She is gonna make fun of me, hopefully. I'm gonna tell her to make fun of me in this video. Add all the memes, add all the funny reaction pics and the sound effects, because I went back and watched the video and I was like, damn, I'm sad. You would not think that like the craziest, coolest opportunity was happening to me, because I was paralyzed in fear. Like I was just like, I didn't know what to do with myself. Also, I was like home alone, and I didn't hang out with anybody really like those first couple days. And so I didn't really have anybody to just go, hell yeah, dude, this is sick. I kind of was like, oh my God, what's happening? I didn't know what to do. I did not know what to do myself. So that's that update. Please let me know, honestly. I will say y'all loved the Air of Fire update. Y'all loved the breakdown. If that is something you guys want to do more of, I had a blast filming it, and I would love to do it again. I am about to finish Queen of Shadows. I kind of like put it on the back burner the last couple weeks just because of everything going on, and I really want to like dedicate a day to finishing Queen of Shadows, and I'm gonna vlog it. But if you want a full breakdown, please let me know, because I had such a good time filming that, and also watching the finished product was hilarious, and I really enjoyed it. Shout out Caitlin. And so let me know, or if you just want me to sit down and yap about all the things. I have a lot of thoughts on the current discourse about romantasy readers being stupid bitches. I have so many thoughts on that, and I would love to talk about it, okay? On my current reads, I just finished the Dracula duet, Blood Orange and Black Rose. Ate it up, girl, ate it up. So if you want something like that, please let me know, because I'm so down. And I have this set up. It's been sitting here since I recorded the last one. It's not gonna move. I'm gonna stay like this. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. Like I said, so overwhelmed, and I guess now I'm filled with just gratitude over the last week, like 2 weeks. Just absolutely insane. So thank you so much. If you don't follow me on Instagram or TikTok, you should, because I post a lot more on there, girl. Definitely go check it out. And thank you guys for watching. And we're going to continue on to Sad Bitch Avery. So enjoy, because that girl is depressed in that video. So my original video today was to post about social media tips and how I started and all the things, because my 1 year will be in 2 days, which is January 18th. I'm recording this a little bit early, but the craziest thing happened this week, and I just want to talk about it. And I want to talk about my history with social media, what I've majored in, and all the things, and kind of give my more in-depth take, view, and thought process behind everything that I've done so far. So if you're watching this, you're interested in social media and maybe how to grow, and also what the hell happened in January for Avery. So my start, we're taking it back to the beginning, and then I'm going to answer some questions, because I did actually post a question box last week, and then it was just absolute madness. So we're just getting around to it, and I'm sure my questions would be a lot different if I posted that same thing today. But we're going to answer the OG's questions, shall we? Okay. I have always been interested in photo and video. Even as a child in high school, I got super into photography and even did a lot of like portraits and stuff like that in college for side money, a little bit of a side hustle. I majored in emerging media and digital arts at Southern Oregon. It covers an array of different things. It's a really cool major, anything from graphic design, video, sound design. I had classmates that specialized in animation, photo, video, it's just everything. It's just overall a really cool degree if you want to be like that jack of all trades creative. And also like if you really do want to hone in on one thing, there are so many other like talented people in that major. And so that's what I majored in. It was really cool. I feel like I added a lot of cool skills to my tool belt, and I moved on. I graduated, I got a job in Texas, moved to Texas for a year, did not like Texas, and then moved to Utah because I said I like skiing. I'm also not alone, just to let you guys know. Like, I'm not doing this all by myself. I just don't really talk about the private people in my life on my social media at all. I value my privacy, even though I post, which probably is confusing to people, but I do value it a lot. And I value the privacy of the people in my life a lot. I don't want them to deal with anything. Stark appearance. Except for Stark. I don't want them to deal with any sort of cause/effect of me posting online. So that is what I just do. I moved to Utah and I got a job working something that I really, really loved, and it just didn't work out. And I was heartbroken that it didn't work out. I just was not a good fit. I was really excited about what the company did, but it just wasn't gonna work. So I got a job at the place that I was at, worked there for 2 years and some change, did social media marketing. I will not tell you where I work. That is not allowed. But I worked in social media marketing. I liked it. I liked my teammates, my coworkers. I really, really enjoyed it. Ultimately, I was laid off. I wasn't the only one that was laid off. There were major no, that doesn't make any sense. I don't even think that's a word. There were a lot of organizational changes in the company, and so my position was dissolved, essentially, and that stung. That hurt. It really messed everything up. However, I knew it was coming. I just had like this feeling, not only do I really trust my gut and my intuition, and it typically never steers me wrong, but also if something's weird, I tell this to people all the time. And like, I know I'm not being like funny, silly, goofy right now. I tell people this all the time. If it feels weird, it's probably because it's weird. If you feel like somebody's being weird towards you, it's probably because they're being weird towards you.
Why is everyone acting
Your
weird
gut
towards me?
will notice like slight changes, okay? Do a gut check with yourself. Be like, did I do anything different? If the answer was no, then it's probably weird. So I just had a feeling that something was up, something was coming. The day after Christmas, I was like, I'm either going to get laid off, fired, whatever, let go, or there's going to be like a huge, huge change and shift in what I do. And ultimately, I was right. It's really funny because the couple days before I was joking around like, well, if I go in and then I leave because I don't have a job anymore, I'm going to go get Starbucks and get myself a coffee, and I might just film it if I'm feeling up to it and post it, because that shit's real and it's what I'm going through, and that's what I was really trying to like phase into on my Instagram. But what I didn't expect was to post that video, which was very raw and real. I immediately called Bree and Nat when I got to the car, and some other people in my life. Called Bree and Nat, cried to them actually, which is rare. I don't typically show a lot of emotion. And so those tears were real. I seriously had some people thinking that they weren't real. They were trying to DM me and saying that I was faking it. And I was like, who gives a fuck? Those were indeed real, okay? That was a low moment for me, okay? But also funny. I can also laugh at it because I saw that coming, you know? So I go to Starbucks and I was like, do I do the thing where I go, I got laid off, pick me a drink, like pick me out a drink? And I was like, I don't know, debating it back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And then finally just went through the line, was like, screw it. Because you can see it on my face in the video that I posted. I went, actually, maybe you can help me. And that was me deciding whether or not I was going to do that, which I think ultimately made the video. Starbucks reached out. Starbucks sent me $200 in gift cards and then sent me a box. And I haven't gotten that yet, but that's going to be crazy. Then I went to Barnes & Noble. I got 2 books that I knew I was going to need and I better get before I don't have any more money. And then I went home. I sat on the video. I didn't post it. Didn't call anyone, really. Didn't talk to anyone. I was getting text messages, people asking me if I was okay, and I just didn't really want to talk to anybody. I just wanted to just wallow. I had made an agreement that I would sign up for the creator program if this happened. I said, fine, I'll do it. I was really scared that it was going to make my views go down, which that possibly could still at this point. And I was never in it for the money. I was in it for the love of the game. You know what I mean? Like, I had only gotten 1 brand deal in October. I just haven't really working a full-time job and doing content creation. Content creation was my like hobby at that point. Did I want to make it a full-time job eventually? Yeah, because I'm working really, really hard. I was coming up on the year mark. I had gone from 0 to 39,000 followers in a matter of about a year. That's a huge accomplishment, and I'm still very, very proud of that. Is it now 130? Yeah. We'll talk about that. I have a lot of feelings about that. A lot of mixed feelings. Obviously, I'm super, super grateful, but I'm also terrified and scared. I can't even imagine being a creator like Ashby, or I don't know who else blew up. Like, I know Alex Earl blew up, Brittany Broski. Like, to have a platform and just like that you built on yourself. And it's like this little, like 39,000 isn't small, but like relatively it's a small following compared to millions or whatever. And to feel like I kind of know everybody to like, now I feel like my following is a bunch of strangers is really, really scary. I don't recognize everybody in my comments anymore, and I used to. So like, it's just such a weird feeling. Luckily, I'm meeting up with somebody tomorrow. A new friend, maybe, I don't know, that is familiar with this and probably this feeling. And so I'm going to pick her brain and ask her about some stuff just because this is all very new for me. But I posted the video the next day after I joined the creator program. I was accepted and it was for 1 minute plus videos. This video happened to be about 3 minutes. It was very raw, real. It was how I was feeling. It really sucked. And the next day I was feeling a little bit better. I posted at 11 a.m. and it started going insane to the point where I was like, I can't even look at this anymore. I called Nat and was crying harder than when I got laid off on the phone at the kindness that everybody was showing me, telling me, you know, keep your head up, you got this, it's going to be okay, giving me suggestions on like what to do, what to sign up for, all the different things, and asking where I'm from, what I work in, immediately trying to help me, buying my Amazon wish list completely. Like there's nothing on it anymore. Insane. People wanting to send me money. I was just like, this is so kind. Like who the hell would want to help? Like, I don't want to say would want to help me, but damn, like I've never received this much rallying behind me. It was incredible. And I was crying from gratitude because it was just overwhelming. And then on top of that, the followers started coming in and I still almost can't, like, I don't want to say I can't look at it, but like I was at 39,000 a couple of days ago and I was super comfortable with that. And now it doesn't even seem real. Like all of these people followed me to support me because they want to see me succeed and because they were like, let's pick this girl up. And I was like, damn, my heart, brother. I cried so much. I got a sty. That's where I'm wearing my glasses, dude. I can't. What is happening? I did get a lot of mean comments, which I think is funny. I think I'm pretty like, you're a stranger on the internet. You don't know me. So like that doesn't really, I don't know, get me. Some of them were really funny though. And most of them were men asking me why I didn't bring my resume in to Starbucks. Hey, I had just been let go. Number one. Number two, you don't do that anymore. You don't. You apply online because it's 2026. It's just insane. Like, what are we doing? Since then, I guess I'm trying to figure it out. These people want to see my journey through finding a new job, I think. And I don't know if that's what I want to do. That sounds so bad, but maybe I give this a little bit of a shot. I don't know. I just feel like the timing of it all, everything is just too crazy not to see what happens. I also have some other opportunities in my life, possibilities of maybe making a move. I'm not exactly sure yet, but what if I, in a couple months, am not even living in Salt Lake City anymore? I'm working or trying to make it as a full-time creator. Like, how insane would that be? And like, I don't often let myself like have I don't give myself compliments or like let myself have recognition very often. I go, whatever. But I've been working my ass off for a year doing both and doing both well, by the way. And so I would clock out of work at 5. I'd drive home, and then I'd open up my laptop and immediately started working on posts for the week. And then I'd film on the weekends. I'd write all my captions. All my posts were ready a week in advance so that when I was working throughout the week, I didn't have to worry about what I was posting. I was working so hard. I'd even bring my laptop to work so that when I went on my lunch break, I could go work out in my car for an hour, 45 minutes on my stuff. Any time I could get, I did it. It was wild. And I'm trying to believe that maybe it paid off. I don't know. So this morning I felt really anxious. Yesterday I felt really anxious. Like I said before, I feel like everybody just wants me to post updates on my unemployment, which is great, but I'm passionate about books. And so I don't know, I've just been so worried and like weirded out. Like, are these people even going to care? about me talking about Throne of Glass? And then also, do I even care that they don't care? Because that's not why I made this. I made this because it was fun. I made it because I enjoy talking about the books I read. And every once in a while, I do something like book related, right? Like I might go visit Nat and Bree. I might do like an FMC coded workout. We did the Fourth Wing thing at the trampoline park. Like there are other things that I have planned for us to do that are book related because I'm a nerd. I'm a nerd. What do you want? I'm not going to sit here and talk about how many jobs I applied for that day. Hell no. You think I'm going to do that? Lame. I'm not doing that. So I hope that it's okay. I hope that it all works out because there ain't no way that 130,000 book girlies follow me. Or fuck, maybe they do. I don't know. I will say my ratio is still 95% women. It was 98. So girls, come on, lock in. I'm trying to get back up to 98. I need those men to go away. Unless they're slay! Or then I don't care. But oh my gosh. Okay. That being said, Lance, am I okay? All right, so let's rapid fire these questions and let's rapid fire your questions. Was it something you planned ahead for or just something you kind of went with the flow? When I originally started posting on BookTok, it was first BookTok. I didn't even have Instagram. And I was doing a Zodiac Academy reread and just made something funny for my friends to watch. My other two friends that were reading it. And so I'm like, haha, isn't this so funny? And that was it. And then like people started liking it and like not a crazy amount of people, but I was like, other people that have read this book, this is so cool. And so I kept doing them. And all of them were Zodiac Academy throughout like my whole reread. And then I started dabbling into Fourth Wing and ACOTAR and all, like different series. I read Quicksilver. So I've just been doing that and I was doing a lot of skit content. Then I got super into like the audiobook audios, which like unlocked something in me because I know that my face is very expressive. And so people wanted to see more of those. So I was doing those and they were so much fun. They still are so much fun. And then I started like just talking. I started reading Throne of Glass for the first time. And so that really got me comfortable with talking videos. And now here we are. And it took a year or a little bit over a year for TikTok. In January, I started my Instagram. How do I edit my videos? Typically, for Instagram and TikTok, I shoot into TikTok and then I just edit in TikTok. Unless I need to do something special, then I edit it in CapCut. I did use Premiere in all of my projects for school, but CapCut just seems to be easier if I just need to do something quick. I'm new to Bookstagram and really want some tips to grow, if you don't mind. This is going to sound so lame, but consistency. I told myself January 18th or 19th, whenever the TikTok ban was, that I was going to post every single day on Bookstagram. Every single day. I did not miss a day. Sometimes I posted multiple times a day. I'm going to post every single day for a year and see where it gets me. And it always does well if you put time and you invest in consistency. Even if you can't do every day and you do 3 times a week and you're consistent with 3 times a week, people are going to know. People that follow you and support you are going to be like, oh, so-and-so's post goes up to like today. They're going to know. And so I think that does wonders because people can rely on you, if that makes any sense. Do you get sent a lot of arcs? If so, how do you decide which ones to read? I don't often take arcs because I before did not have a lot of time, right? Because I was working and then doing content. And most of the time I would only really get an hour, maybe 2 of reading every single night. And that's me going to bed at like 1 a.m. just to get up at 7 and go and do it all over again. And so I don't take a lot of arcs. I think the last arc I had was Hollow by the Twisted Sisters, Suzanne Valentine, Caroline Peckham. And the one before that I think was Echo Fort. I do not take arcs very often. But maybe now I'll take more because I have more time. How do you decide what to post? I want to start. Whatever's going on, whatever you think about your books, if you come across this, like I often like think to myself, like as I'm going about my normal day and I think of my book, why and could that be a video? How long do I spend editing videos? Not very much because I don't like doing it very much. I don't like staring at myself for too long. And I want the final product like now. Like I just don't even like it. I would say that I spend the most time editing Throne of Glass updates because that's about 10 minutes of footage and I have to edit it down to under 3 minutes. So it does take a little bit. How do I find my content inspiration? I would say sometimes, or actually most of the time, being off Bookstagram and BookTok is nice because I think that sometimes we can be in such a big bubble that it's hard to come up with ideas because you're just like hit with what everybody else is doing. And so some of my ideas were just from other niches and bringing them into Bookstagram. I want to post but feel so shy about the type of things I'm reading. Spicy. You just gotta embrace the spice. You gotta say it with your full chest, I like reading spice, and what do you want from me? Or this is a romance book and there's romance. You know what I mean? Like, you know? You just gotta be confident with it. Yeah, and those are the books I like. And I also like reading mysteries or something. I don't know. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to post about spicy books without saying that you like spicy books. You can always talk about a different genre if needed. My camera lighting wrecks. I have a box light right now, but I honestly just have, I think it might be my storefront, but I'm not really sure. It's just like a small clip-on light on my phone, and that's it. I use natural light whenever I can. I prefer it. How do you beat the feeling of people who know you're... How do you beat the feeling of people who know you in real life judge your content? I blocked everyone in real life when I first started because I had this same feeling. Now I don't know who has seen it. Now I have no clue, but I did block everyone I knew, even my best friend. And she was like, why can't I follow you? And I'm like, no, because I don't want to think about what you're thinking when I post. When you hit like, I don't want to be like, oh God, they just fucking watched that. That's so embarrassing. I don't want to do that. So I blocked everyone. That might change eventually, but I just did it for my peace of mind. I don't have to explain why to anyone because it's my account. If I don't want you seeing it, I can block you. Protect your peace. Canva or Adobe? I would say that if you're a beginner, Canva. If you just need to make something quick and simple, Canva. I'd say that I use Adobe only when I'm doing professional work. I use Canva on my Instagram. There's no reason for me to use like Adobe on my Bookstagram. It just needs to be quick, simple, easy, quick and dirty, as the professionals say it. How do you brainstorm ideas that aren't book recs? Thanks, Nat. I think that my brain is going 24/7. Who can relate? When I'm reading, I am thinking about content that I could make from it. How do other people relate to it? Has anybody asked these questions? I recently did a video that was like, what is the anatomy of Manon? I get that she has iron teeth, but how are they coming out? Does she have little holes in her gums? I'm confused. Like, what's going on with that? And I'm like, are these questions that other people are asking? And so to do a video that was like that was funny to me. To be frustrated with the lack of spice. Not that I think that it needs spice, but in Queen of Shadows, like in Throne of Glass, from the point I'm in Queen of Shadows, and to be asking that question, like, where is the bouncing? Like, I think that that's funny because it's relatable, and just being in tune with your thoughts. When you have a thought on something, be like, what other people might think this? Or would they think that you're crazy for thinking that? So that'd be so funny to post. I'm stressed about my clients finding my account and judging me or thinking less of me. Block them. Block them. That's my solution to everything. Do you plan ahead, wing it, or mix of both? Typically, I'm always planning ahead. I can tell you what my feed looks like a week from now. Unfortunately, with what happened this week, I'm not ahead at all. I've been posting every day what I'm doing that day, and I absolutely hate it. And so I've put a thing on my Instagram, like at the very end of my video today. I said, I'm going back to regularly scheduled programming tomorrow. Hope y'all are good with it. I hope you are indeed book girls, because that's what I'm going to be posting. What inspired you to become a bookfluencer? A reread of Zodiac Academy. I wasn't even on BookTok before. I had no idea what it was. I didn't follow anyone from BookTok. I did not know that it was like an online community. Otherwise, I probably would have joined it like years before, but I didn't even know it was a thing. And so when I kind of hit it, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool, and fell in love with it. I think it's so fun, and the people on Bookstagram and BookTok are so supportive. What content that you've created that I love and hasn't been posted yet, and why? Typically, my audiobook audios always sit in my drafts for a very long time. There's something about I can't even say it out loud. I don't want to say it. I cringe at myself